Hi there and welcome to your August 8th Lionsgate Tarot reading. Today we're going to look into how you can really harness the energy of the Lionsgate. Lionsgate is basically the idea of harnessing the energy of the astrological sign of Leo. Leo being proud and confident and really sure of themselves. That is the kind of archetype we want to be embodying and we want to be connecting with. So for you today, we're going to look into how can you really make sure you take the most out of this time, where it might become easier to you to be confident and to work on expressing yourself creatively and otherwise. For the 3 piles, we have a message of guidance for pile 1, a message of love for pile 2, and a message of forgiveness for pile 3. I do want to say, if you feel called to more than one of these piles, feel free to listen to those messages as well, as there could be guidance in there for you. Here I am saying one of the words. But whichever one you feel most called to, in the description box you can find the timestamp taking you to each of these readings. Take however much time you need to make this choice, and trust your intuition, connect to the little voice that whispers, and I hope to see you in your reading soon. Hi there and welcome to your reading, Pile 1. This is the reading for anyone who chose the message of guidance in regards to the Lionsgate on August 8th. I'm going to put your card over here. As I was saying in the intro, the Lionsgate is all about learning to manifest and harnessing the energy of the Sun and Leo to make our reality as we want it and to manifest our dreams into reality. So let's see for you. Obviously, we here have already a message of guidance. So there might have been some sort of fogginess in regards to your life. You might be feeling a little bit lost, and the guidance card could have been also here the fact that there's someone there accepting help. This might be something that you are coming to terms with, that you might have to be doing a bit more. But let's get a few more cards just to get an idea. What is the message for pile 1? How can they harness the energy of the Lionsgate and manifest to their full potential? Queen of Pentacles, alright. So we already have a master manifestor here. Can we get a few more cards, please? By the way, I got this deck just very, very recently, and this is my first reading ever with them. So I'm very excited to be doing that for you. Okay, I'm going to take out just... that's way too many. Or should we take them? We shall take them, okay. Let's see what comes up here. And sorry for the movement on the table. Just need to get everything uncovered. Okay, we've got a lot of reverse. I feel like we need one more for the sake. Okay, there's a lot of reverse energy, so it makes sense that you might be in search of some guidance. When the way I read reversals, this can be a blockage to the energy of the card. This can be the opposite of what the card is showing, and it can also mean that there's a lot of internal stuff going on. So I think there's a lot of internal stuff going on, and I'm going to go into what exactly I think is happening by explaining to you the cards one by one. So we had the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles, as I was saying while pulling, she is the master manifester, the female counterpart of the duo that makes the master manifestors. She has managed to build the life that she wants, and she's able to nurture now. This is a queen who's very nurturing. With the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of defending. I'm turning it around so you can see it a bit better. There's a lot of having to defend yourself, and this is internal. So I think you might have been feeling like you've been having to defend yourself to yourself. Let me get these cards out of the shot, sorry. In a sense that you might be defending a stance, like you're in your mind being pulled in 2 different directions, and you're finding yourself having to defend the way you think about something. This could be also in regards to other people. But as the card is reversed, it might not be as clear as that. But it could be, there's also you noticing this kind of energy, but you're not wanting to acknowledge it if it is coming from someone else. With the Ten of Swords right next to it. I mean, the Ten of Swords kind of speaks for itself. It's defeat. It is the card. People tend to have a negative association with this card, but I think it's a wake-up call. It is the end that makes you wake up to something new. And is because it happened because there was too much to carry. It was too much to handle, and too much mental thought and energy being used. And I'm struggling to formulate my sentences, so maybe that's also the energy being picked up there. But the idea is that you're just out of energy. You're done. We have the Death in reverse card here. It's very beautiful cards, aren't they? I'm in love with them. I'll have to start linking these things below in case people want to know. But the Death card is a card of renewal. Death is not a bad thing. It is just a cycle. It's part of a cycle that we all go through, and we just tend to see death as the end of it. We forget about what happens after. And this doesn't necessarily mean the spiritual part that we cannot prove or disprove anything. But even just the body of how our body deteriorates, and then the nutrition taken from our body feeds new life, and the circle continues, and it just keeps going. And with this card being in reverse, I feel that you are not fully accepting this death, that you're not fully accepting something has had to come to an end or is about to come to an end, and you are not fully accepting it. And this might be because, again, you might not be able to see clearly as you're defending yourself. You're having to defend within yourself. There's a lot of fighting going on in a way, disputes. So you might not be able to want to see it fully. This could also relate. What I'm feeling is actually, it might feel like a death without a renewal. You might not be sensing how this could be any better, how things could get any better. We have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles has been working very hard on something, and he knows that time will come when he can harvest, but for now he's waiting. And this card is in reverse. So you might have been working very hard on something and feeling like you're never reaching a point where something is coming back to you, like you've been waiting forever. With the Ace of Swords here in reverse as well, the Ace of Swords is about a newfound way of thinking. It can be a new idea, anything in regards to the mind. And it being in reverse, you might have been stuck in this way of thinking that is leading. This is it, okay? Yeah, there is this lack mentality, and this is very much in relation to what we're talking today about the manifestation, about being able to create the life you want. You might not truly believe that, and that is what's holding you back. You have the potential in you, but you're not fully trusting of yourself. And you're putting on too many things, and that makes it seem like things are not happening because you're just doing too much, and your energy is being spread too thin across things, potentially. And then again, we've got here the Seven of Pentacles, right? The energy of you're working hard, but maybe you're not getting back something as you'd wished for. And I think this is all relating to this lack mentality that you might have learned through life. It's very, very fair way to look at life, because we do not know how things will go. And it is coming from a place of searching for safety. If you make sure you're okay, that has to come first. And through that comes this lack mentality of but what if the world never has enough for me? So I have to really make sure I'm okay. And yeah, okay, so here we are again in the mind. So maybe you've been really ruminating over these things. And I think with the Seven of Wands, in reverse, I do think that is the case. And I'm going to continue. We have the Two of Pentacles. That's funny, actually. I did have a tiny mini reading earlier, and this card did come out. The Two of Pentacles, actually, this weekend I had very nice interaction where there was a new interpretation of the Two of Pentacles that I hadn't necessarily thought about in a long time, and it's this idea of balance, of finding balance. And I do think in this card it is amplified in the pose and how she is so beautifully holding these two. I always relate the Two of Pentacles to holding, like trying to juggle something. There's a lot going on, and you see the ocean in the back. There's big waves happening, so there might be a lot of commotion. But so there might just be a lot of juggling of things. Now I can't remember if this was upside down or right way up. I might look this up. 1 second, I'm just going to check the video. Alright, we are back, and I did place it back down in the wrong way. It was upside down. But I think that's already telling in itself, in the way that you might not, again, this is something you might not be wanting to look at. It is internalized. A juggling of sorts where you might feel like you're about to break, right? But you're not you're not really wanting to look at it. And you might be allowing your surroundings and whatever's happening around you, you might allow that to take over your mind, so you don't have to deal with what's going on within, with all the stuff you're doing and juggling within. The Page of Cups in reverse as well here, to end our first spread. The page, he's always trying to learn something. And this guy is trying to learn how to love himself, how to accept love, how to give love. And ultimately, he's on the quest to be emotionally fulfilled. And that includes obviously filling other people's cups as well. And this is blocked. So you might have been struggling to accept that you might need to do some work in that area, I feel like. Yeah, you might be struggling more to accept your emotions and to tune into your emotions. So if all of this is going on that we see, maybe it's been so much that you had to disconnect a little bit. But again, this is a message of guidance. So we're trying to understand what you need guidance on. And again, the focus is that we are trying to manifest. How can we make what is in our mind our reality? Right now in your mind there is a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things that need to be looked at. And I think that is the message of guidance for you, my dear pal one. You do have the energy of the Queen of Pentacles in there. There is the energy to make, you hold it in you to have everything that you desire in your life. But you do need to work on your headspace. Your headspace is asking you to look at it as much as your emotions are as well. But I want to get some more clearer guidance for you. We're going to use the same deck today. Guidance, please. Guidance for pile number 1, please. What can they do about all this internal stuff that is... You need to feel in power. You need to find within yourself the source of power. You are the emperor. You are the one who manifests. You are the one who rules. You are the one who is in charge. You are in charge of your life, and you can be in charge of your thoughts. It is a tiresome journey to take. This man is old. He's worked his whole life to get to this position. This is not something you can accomplish from one day to the other. This is years and years and years of dedication and consistency. And you're being guided to go on this journey, to find this strength within yourself, to see that you can be this ruler. You can be in charge of your life, and you can manifest into becoming the Queen of Pentacles. Some more guidance, please. I do feel like when the cards don't come out as much. And obviously this is a newer deck, so talking of, then I feel like it might be difficult to connect with your emotions. And this is something that was coming up, so I think it is worth mentioning as it is coming to my mind. Okay, so some more guidance for you, my dear pal one. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Let's show you the Six of Wands upright because it's beautiful. This is a card of victory. This is a card of coming home and being like, look at what I have achieved in my life. It is a point of being proud of yourself, really proud of what you've done. And this is in reverse. My dear pal one, I think you might not be allowing yourself enough credit for all that you have achieved. This lack mentality that we were talking about, it is making everything seem much worse than it is. And you're being asked to reconnect to the positive in your life, to the things that bring you joy, that make you feel proud of who you are. Leo is all about pride. And August 8th, the idea is that the Leo energy is all about pride and being loud and just bold and doing what you want. And this kind of energy we want to be kind of emulating. We want to take that as inspiration into how we show up in the world right now. That is kind of the idea. So here again, you're being asked to embrace the beautiful things that you have achieved in life. And you can be proud of them, and really, maybe it would help you to write this stuff down if this is something you struggle to see. Sometimes I feel like I don't get enough stuff done in my day. And then I started writing down everything that I do, even the small things. Small things, I mean, everything's relative, right? But stuff like having a shower, I'll write it down and I'll go and I'll put my little mark that I did it at the end, and it makes me feel proud of myself that I did it. And it doesn't matter that I maybe didn't manage to get something done that is on the bigger list of things, good big things to do, because I did that thing, and I do deserve to acknowledge that. And so do you, pal one, so do you. With the Seven of Cups, look, the Seven of Cups is about a lot of choice, but also illusion. There can be a lot of things going on. You might be feeling like you are filling a lot of different cups, but you are putting on a mask to do so. This is very specific to this card that I'm seeing this. And you see the head, the death card? This is draining your life force, putting on this mask continuously to fill all these cups. And it has to do because you don't know where to put your energy. There's too much. See, it's also above the 10 of Swords. There's just too much going on in your life that you are, at this point, no longer authentically enjoying it. It is not bringing you joy, whatever it is. And there might be a need to minimize or focus your attention more and your motivation more. And this energy of Leo, of like getting stuff done. But yeah, I want to get you a few more cards. These cards are the Medicine Woman Tarot deck handbook. I'm not sure on the name just now, but I like to pick these specifically for guidance, so I felt very called to get them for you. Can we get a clear message of guidance in regards to this journey pal one is on when it comes to manifesting their dreams into reality? What can they do now to harness the energy? The Five of Pipes. I don't actually read these ones in reverse, so we're keeping this open. And we're going to pick two more before I go into what this all means. These are going to be for your self-care, my dear pal one, because you deserve self-care, and Leo is all about pampering. So let's get you some activities to do to pamper. What can pile one do to sleep? Maybe you need to rest a little, dear pile one. Maybe you've been lacking sleep. I mean, I imagine if so much has been on your mind, it might have been difficult to sleep. Sing. Okay. And one more, please. What else can Pal 1 do? You want to come out? A health checkup. Okay. Yeah, so maybe it would be helpful for you to go to a doctor in regards to having a checkup and seeing if everything's okay. Just to be sure, maybe if you're worried that you're low energy, because you might have low energy because of all the stress or busyness that might be happening regarding the cards. So going to the doctor might be a helpful thing for you to do. But yeah, these are the 3 things that the cards want you to know in regards to your self-care. But let me get you your final message with the 5 of Pipes, excuse me. So I'm gonna bring in the book for this. With these cards, I think it's very, very helpful to actually read the meaning, as they're very different from what you would understand Tarot to be. It's based on Native American tradition of their own version of Tarot. But here we go. Your prayer, Pal 1. It is time now to go out into the world and share my dream, to give myself to the people. I know this is a challenging time when my life could be altered by the will of others. My ideas will be up for scrutiny by those I want to please. So, Great Spirit, I accept the courage to face the world with that which you have given me. I accept the wisdom to know how to expose your divine nature within me to those who have eyes to see. I am strong in my commitment that the essence of my vision will remain true to that which you have inspired me to do. I will lure the world to its divinity by the nature of love you have given me. I will call the wild unknown, the strength and beauty ever present within me. Your breath, your life will pass through me, and I will be at my best. So there you go. I think that was beautiful. And I feel like not even saying much, just remember, Pawan, you have so much beauty inside of you. You have so much potential. And you can create the life you want. You just take it step by step and you take on the journey that it is. You stay consistent and you do not forget your goals. And it doesn't matter if people or you yourself doesn't want to believe that. Just try to hold on to the truth that it is going to happen for you. All right, my dear Pawan, I hope this was helpful. It was lovely hanging out with you. Thank you for the first reading with these beautiful cards. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye-bye. You get one hand today. Hi there and welcome to your reading, Pal 2. This is the reading for anyone who chose the message of love today. And obviously, this might be about love. This might be a romantic thing happening. Obviously, there's a lot of types of love. But with the Leo energy in the mix, as we're asking about the Lionsgate, Leo is very much about having fun and just flirting and all of that. So I am more inclined to say this is a message about romantic love, but obviously we'll look more into it and we'll see if there is. This might be a message of self-love, but we'll see what type of love we're talking about. But let us get some cards, and I'll stop babbling. All right, for pile number 2. What can they do? What is the message of love in regards to them maximizing and utilizing the potential of the Lionsgate? Justice in reverse. Something might not have been feeling very fair. Can we have more cards, please? That one came jumping out. The Knight of Wands. So, the Knight of Wands, that's an interesting one. The Knight of Wands is striving towards reaching a goal, and he's the fastest knight. He's a very passionate person, someone who's really, this is someone who's really, really passionate and likes to just get on with it. A very spontaneous energy. There might be, again, this sense of unfairness, but we're going to get more cards. I want us to get more cards for you, pile 2. Can we get more pile 2 cards, please? The Tower in reverse, okay. More cards, please. What is going on in regards... Oh, both of these, okay. And 3 more, make it 8. For pile 2. How can they harness... Oh, wow, this came out in pile 1 as well. And 1 more, please. 2 more. Okay, I'll take it. You're getting an extra card, pile 2. Oi, oi, oi. The World, and make sure this is all looking all right. Okay. You got the Knight of Swords and the Four of Cups. With the World. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to go through this with you. So, we have the feeling of unfairness. We have someone who's really passionate about what they are striving towards, about achieving their goals. They're very much setting the tone and taking initiative. With the Tower in reverse, I feel like something might have happened that could have led to a lot of change in your life. The Tower is normally a card about things collapsing. It's a tower falling, and if we turn this around, we see this guy is actually falling from the tower. But for you, I feel like you're flying away from the tower. This is very interesting. Yeah, maybe you have come to realize that something was not good for you when you walked away from it. Maybe not. This might also mean that you can... there might be a sense of some impending doom or something happening. There's something going on beneath the surface that you can't quite pinpoint, but you are scared that it might lead to a lot of things happening, negative things. With the Two of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups is the card of partnership. It is two making one, coming together and complementing each other in such a way that they create. With it being in reverse, I mean, if we're doing a love reading and this card comes out, I normally say this is very much about a partnership, a relationship. Oh, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can also be a business partnership, but it is normally a very positive sign. This being in reverse, I feel like you might not be feeling like this relationship is a good thing. Maybe this is not the case. Maybe you felt like there was an imbalance between the two of you. An imbalance which is seen as unfair, and you are now, oh, okay, interesting. But let's keep going. I'm already understanding what's happening here, but I wanna reiterate and not reiterate. I wanna continue explaining. Sorry, my brain is foggy. I don't know if you guys know Mercury retrograde has happened. It is happening currently as I'm recording, and I'm noticing it already. I feel like, even though again, like when it comes to astrology, now I'm going on a rant. When it comes to astrology, take it as much as tarot. Take what you can and leave what you do not want. But let's get to the second row. I'm just babbling on. We got the King of Cups in reversed. Okay, another sign of someone who's in the first instance might have seemed like a really, really good option, a really good partner, someone who can fill your cup, who's emotionally available and mature. I mean, look at him. Beautiful. Look at that hair. Beautiful. But this card is in reverse. So you might have come to realize that this person is not what it seemed. Or you might have come to realize that this person cannot fill your cup. This person cannot be emotionally available as you would like them to be. This person, the King of Cups, is emotionally available. Of course he is, because he's secure in his sense of love and who he wants to give love, how he wants to receive love. And therefore, if he's open, he will communicate that to you. And maybe this person wasn't able to communicate to you that they might have not been open, and you came to realize in a not so nice way. With the Ten of Swords, yeah, again, we have another sign of things coming to an end. The Ten of Swords is about something piercing you to a point, like something being so heavy that you collapse under the weight of it. And this might, being under the Knight of Wands, I am getting that maybe the energy of this other person might have been so intense for some of you that it was too much to handle. The Tower being just above the world. The world is a reminder of cycles. It is the end of a cycle, and it is the beginning of the cycle. It is the cycle itself. It is the world. It is everything that exists, not just the planet, Earth. Anyway. But yeah, it is reminding you of like the cyclical nature of life. And this might be the connection that you're having with this tower moment, this moment of change, of like disruption it is, and also interruption, and just like sudden things happening. This is all happening for a reason. It is all happening in the bigger process of things for your good. With the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is someone who is very sure of how they think and how they look out into the world and they perceive the world and the decisions that they're making. They're not there yet fully where there can be 100% unbiased in how they look at life and how they interact with the world, but they're trying to, and they're quite good at it. This is the fastest knight in the deck. Then you have the Knight of Swords being the second fastest. So it is quite interesting to see that you have these two really intense energies here. People that are really focused on a goal. So the idea of someone being really focused on a goal, maybe you or the person you're inquiring about, there might be something there about there being so much focus that there might not be enough focus for you potentially. But again, this is all part of a lesson that you're learning. And I think you're able to see that at the moment a little bit. You are dealing with all of this, but you are able to see the bigger picture. And I've been holding this card because it came out extra. The Four of Cups is about someone who's looking at these three cups, right? And it's not quite what they wanted, and they're not super happy about it. But they're so focused on it that they're not seeing that opportunity coming up just around the corner. So you might be in a moment of being bogged down and like really feel heavy under this influence of maybe not the perfect person for you, or like feeling like there's this unfairness that happened between the two of you or surrounding you. Whatever it is that is really taking up a lot of space, and we have a lot of people energy. Like this is, I genuinely think with it being a message of love, it is connected to the people. But as I was saying, the Four of Cups here, you have the opportunity, you have something that you're not seeing because you've been so focused on all of the negative that you're not seeing the world. Now I see it. Okay, you are flying above it, you're close to it, I think this message might be what you need to hear to trust that it is going to be okay. Things are going to move as everything does. It always continues, and things are going to move into a place that will be better and at some point worse. But that's just how things go. They just constantly change. But what is coming ahead is positive, as it is the one thing you do not see coming, but in a good way. I want to get you some more guidance specifically to this Leo energy. How can we harness the Leo Lionsgate August 8th energy to deal with this situation? Can we have some guidance, please? Oh, the moon, your emotions. Okay. Two more, please. Oh, did you see that? They turned around. The Empress. We've got so much beautiful energy. And the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. All right. So, the moon. As I was saying, those are your emotions. The moon is your subconscious. It is where your intuition resides. And it is connecting with that intuition. Sitting with what seems dark sometimes. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, and in a lot of illustrations, excuse me. I need to go drink something, my voice is getting tired. You have two wolves, and it's about deciding which one you want to feed, which part of you do you want to put energy into, who do you want to be? And I think this is the question, and you know who you want to be. It's interesting because Pile 1 actually had the Emperor coming up in this guidance part, and you have the Empress. You're the female counterpart. You're someone who's in charge of their life. But if the male energy, the Emperor, is the one putting in all of the, but he's the one pushing things forward. The Empress is the one making sure things stay as they are. If the Emperor is pushing forward, the Empress is making sure the path gets paved behind him so it can be used forever. And that's how she becomes in charge and how she takes control of the situation. And I think you're being asked to embrace this energy of the Empress. Embrace Leo's energy that is giving you so much pride and confidence. So with the Lionsgate, we're being asked to be courageous. We're being asked to be joyful, to have fun, to embrace the energy of a proud and happy person, a bold person. And the Empress is assured of what she wants as well. And the Empress, she's a mother. She wants to be a mother. She wants to take care of people. She wants to take care of the people around her and the things around her and cultivate a life that brings her joy. And I think you're being asked to look into that within yourself and ask yourself, what kind of relationship do you actually want long term? What kind of life do you want? And is the person that you are inquiring about, where there is so much seeming turmoil going on, is that person able to be that counterpart to you? Be the Emperor. Be someone who is in charge and who can take and who can be your partner in life. 50-50, both taking on what they can take on to make life better together. The Page of Cups here as well. The Page of Cups is learning to be emotionally available. This also came up in Pile 1. That's funny. And here you have it in reverse. So you might have to deal with how you perceive love. I think you might have been going through love a bit on autopilot. As in, you might be doing love as what you believe love has to look like, should look like. But you haven't really questioned within yourself what you want, what kind of relationship you want, what life you want. In the sense that you might have an idea, but you're not at a point where you can yet head towards that because you haven't acknowledged it. You haven't done, and I'm sorry to say, but you haven't done the work necessary within yourself to have someone in your life who can match that beautiful energy of the Empress. And I think this is a tough message, but it is a reminder for you to know that you can and that you will. It is simply because you have this in you. This is you. You just need to accept that and see the beauty that you have. And again, with Leo here today, Leo's energy is asking you to be proud of who you are and what you want. Don't feel shame for what you need and want in the life you would like to have, but embrace it and be honest and be proud of it. Wear it on your chest, and the people who won't like it, they can move on. The people who treat you unjust, they can move on. That is not the energy you want from now on. You're done with this, okay? You deserve better than that. You've been focused on these things that are not helping you. The people, they're not helping you. These kind of patterns that you find yourself attracted to, they're not helping. So now, start looking for the people that match your beautiful energy, girly. And I don't know if you're girly, but it felt right. And we're going to end this reading with just a few self-care cards because Leo is all about being pampered and you deserve that. You definitely do, pal, too. I'm going to get you those cards. Might have to go for a sip of water. And then I'm also going to get you one more card of guidance. Excuse me. Then I'm also going to get you one more card of guidance that will come with a prayer. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. You won't even notice it. Alrighty. I am back. I had some water. So, what? Whoa, that was easy. There you go. Some self-care for you. I think you need it. I think you really deserve to to really spend time on you and to allow yourself to just, how do I say this? Celebrate yourself. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate this. Forget the people. Clean your space. Cleaning your space might help declutter your mind as much as it does your surroundings. If there has been some sort of a disconnect with someone, if there are still things around that might be difficult, so having a clean space might help. And getting rid of old things that might remind you. But then we have built strength. Yeah, I feel that for you, pal, too. You need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on building your own abilities and trusting more in your abilities. Leo is about manifesting, and you can manifest. You are so strong, but you need to trust in that strength, and that will ultimately lead to you being even stronger in the end. And that, I do want to say, build strength. To me right now, it also reminds me of being courageous specifically. So if you've been too scared to, for example, if this is a person that you're still in some way, seeing or whatever, there might be some unspoken things that need to be said, and you might find the strength to speak them out. Or you're being encouraged to. And this might be related to your darker emotions, like the things you don't really want to talk about. Yeah. I'm also reminded of Lilith just right now. Lilith is the black moon. It is just a mathematical point, I think, in the sky. It's not a planet or anything. It's a whole thing. But it's basically the idea of Lilith in the Bible being like Adam's first wife, and she got shunned because she was speaking up again, like she was speaking up for herself, but against Adam, or not doing as Adam was saying and God was saying. So she was shunned and she was exiled, and I think they took her ability to be a mother. So I find that interesting that this is coming up to mind with this card, even though it's the moon and not the black moon. But somehow it reminded me of that. So maybe if what you want is to have a family, this is something that you're being encouraged to be honest about with yourself, but also with others, and work on knowing who you are, knowing what kind of love you want in your life, and what kind of love you are able to give. Because I think you're able to give a lot, and that might be why this injustice comes in. But I'm going to stop babbling. Last one here for you, dear pal, too, is connect with crystals. I myself am not very knowledgeable in crystals, but if this is something that sparks your interest, I would recommend looking into it. Unfortunately, I can't give you too much insight. But it is said that crystals hold different energies, and they can help us navigate through our own. So, with that being said, let me get you your final message, which is going to be including a prayer. Alrighty, for my dear pal too, for this beautiful Lionsgate, what kind of message do they need to hear? What kind of message? What is the guidance? How can they maximize their potential right now and shine brightly? The 5 of Bowls. Alright. I actually think the first pile also had a 5, but it was a 5 of arrows. No, a 5 of pipes. But anyhow, if you feel, what I'm trying to say is, if you feel called to listen to pile 1, please do. These are obviously separate messages. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Let me just get the book for you. Alright. So, the 5 of Bowls. This is the Medicine Woman Inner Guidebook with the coming It comes with the Medicine Woman Tarot deck, which is this. It is based on Native American tradition of their own form of tarot, taken from different tribes and comprised into this deck. So I feel it holds a lot of energy, a lot of powerful, loving energy, and I like to just allow it to speak for itself. So here we go. Dear Pal 2, this is going to be how I leave you. I hope you have a great August. It might be challenging, but remember to shine brightly. Remember your worth. And you might be having to let go. Here we go. I accept now the courage to go forth, offering myself to the world. I know that through my very presentation, I will be changed, and I trust that this change will be for my greatest good. I am in tune with the source of all love, and I know that no love given is truly lost, for it is infinitely replaced by the great keeper and giver of love to all. I trust, Great Spirit, that in all giving that flows forth from my own being, you are the true receiver. I now allow the gifts with which you have filled me to travel outward to the world. Alright. Pal 2, I think I do have to say something about this, because it really relates to your reading, and I just want to make sure the message is clear. You might have been giving love to someone who is not able to give it back to you as you deserve. Not in the equal way. It is making things unfair. It is shifting the scale. But if you are able to see that that love is not lost, even if these people cannot accept it or cannot give it back to you, any love that flows out of your body and feeds into something, it is not lost. It goes into that which is all, that which is you ultimately, which is me, which is everything that exists and everything in between. So love, because love is beautiful, and don't shame yourself for feeling the way you do. It is beautiful what you've done, and I hope you can learn from this, and I hope you are able to seek out people that can fill your cup as much as you fill theirs. Alright, my dear pile number 2, this was it, your message for this August 8th Lionsgate. I hope you have a great August, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye! Hi there, and welcome to your reading, Pile 3. This is going to be the reading for anyone who felt called to the message of forgiveness. This can mean a lot of things, and I do want to just say that if you felt called to any of the other messages, I'd say go for it and see if your intuition is leading you to something you need to hear. But with the message of forgiveness in this one, I think the focus here for you today, Path 3, is to learn to be okay with mistakes. I'm feeling that very strongly, the idea of being okay when things don't go exactly as they should in your mind. And this is always related to expectations that we have. And if we want to explore that to see, like, where do these expectations come from and how do they potentially hold us back from our potential? But let's look into it. Let's get you some cards, Path 3. With this Lionsgate being the focal point of this reading today, I think really it might have to do as well with a lot of self-judgment. And this could be, I think, a message of forgiveness comes through relation. So maybe the way you relate to others, others relate to you, the relationships in your life. But I'm going to get you some cards to understand how you can harness this Lionsgate August 8th energy to really shine brightly and be confident and just show off Leo's beautiful qualities, and also be conscious of the qualities that might be more challenging, which are still beautiful. But let's see what cards come out for you. I actually was opening these up as I was going within the last reading, and for some reason I didn't feel called to do that with these three, so we're going to leave them for now. From now on, I think I'm going to keep them open, as the last one jumped right out. The Three of Wands, a card about expansion. You see how the man is standing on a cliff, looking at this riverbed that can lead him to a place new to him, a place where he will be able to expand as well, I think. This is what I'm hearing, especially with the King of Wands. The King of Wands, this guy, by the way. I'm just going with my intuition here, but the King of Wands is someone who is in charge. He is, look, there is a Leo right there. He is a lion, and he's strong in his will, and he's strong in his manifestation, because he believes so much that he's able to produce a lot of energy that can be used in ways that it allows for him to grow, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. But I believe that you take what you can and you leave what you can't take, what doesn't resonate. So, we've got your cards, dear Pal 3, so let's look into this. We've already established we've got this energy of expansion and trying to really get into your own power. This guy, he's the king of power, he's the king of passion. This could also be a person in your life. Maybe someone this forgiveness relates to, but let's open up more of these cards. I'm just going to do it as I feel called to do. And I would always encourage you, for me, tarot is all about the introspection, all about trusting your intuition, going with the flow. And if you're ever called to do it yourself, it can be helpful sometimes to take away all the shoulds and shouldn'ts and just try and understand the essence. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Look at this page. He looks a bit like he's contemplating. The page, she's always trying to learn something. The Page of Pentacles specifically, as it is the material, he's trying to learn how to manifest. Very, very suiting to this energy right now. So he's trying to learn how to manifest, how to get to this place in a way, to a king position, to be in his own power. And see how he's also looking, he's in a way leaning towards him. We got the Knight of Wands, another Wands card, another card that could be representing a person, but in this case it can also be just someone who is striving towards power, towards being in their own power and feeling in control. This is again very Leo energy. This is the fire signs with the wands. And having the knight who's striving to become this guy, and this dude also striving to become this guy in a way. Let's check out this one. Oh, I'm sorry. You might have not been able to see that card properly. So sorry. Okay. The High Priestess. Beautiful. Yeah. This is your intuition calling. Hello. Are you there? I think you might have been getting messages that you might have not trusted as much. Maybe this is meant to be a reminder for you to trust when you feel like you are gaining some sort of insight. The High Priestess is the voice that whispers. She is intuition itself. She's the connection to the spiritual. And she's the second person the Fool meets on his journey through the major arcana. I can see how your intuition is very much connected to maybe driving you to listen to this, but also I just want to say, like, I'm really noticing all the positive that is being highlighted here for you. And maybe this is something that is important right now, as this is a message of forgiveness. So maybe for you, Pal 3, I want to remind you of all the beautiful energy that you have within you, all the potential that you hold, and that even when things don't go exactly as we want them to, that doesn't mean this energy is wasted. I was actually reading this yesterday for, I think it was Pal 2, so again, if you feel called to, go and check it out. But it was about how when we pour love out, it is never in vain, because it always gets back to all that is, which is you, which is me, which is everything, and everything in between. So it is never lost. And maybe, I feel like this was a specific message for some of you. But let's open up these three at the same time now. Wait. Oh, beautiful. Look at these cards, you guys. This is my first reading in the sense of like a video. This is now the third reading, actually, with these cards. And I'm in love. I think this is my favorite card so far. Can you see it? Let me just check, because I know, there we go. Sorry, with the light, I'm still figuring out how to properly light these. But they're all golden and it's just so beautiful. The sun, you guys. Again, we've got Leo in the house. The sun energy is the reminder of your inner child saying, hey, let's have fun. Let's just exist without thinking about what people think. Let's just be us. And I think you're being reminded of that. Just your inner kid. Oh, I'm getting it. Okay. Your inner kid is just asking you to let it shine. And this is quite funny because if you are interested in astrology, in my astrological forecast, I'm actually talking about that, I think happening around the 4th week of August, but feel free to go check that out, where our inner kid is being invited to come out to play. And here we have it right in your cards. And with so much wand energy here, we have more wands over there, I really believe that this is the fire that you're feeling. You might be feeling something is coming up, but you can't quite trust it maybe. There is some sort of an internal battle going on with you, Pile 3. This card is about conflict, but it is in reverse. When it is in reverse, the way I read, this can mean a lot of different things. But with you, Pile 3, I feel like this is an internal battle that might be happening. There is something within you that you are struggling with to accept and to be forgiving of, in a way, because to accept comes with forgiveness. If there's resentment there, you cannot accept. You have to forgive. The world in reverse over here. We also have to highlight her because it's so pretty. I love this set. I'm already in awe and so grateful for having these now in my possession. Extremely grateful. And actually, I felt called to put it upright for you. And I think I understand why. Because you are the world. You are everything that is, and everything that is you. In Sanskrit, the phrase tattvam asi holds the essence of that. That is you, or you are that. You can translate it both ways. So it means the same. A paradox in itself, but I truly believe existence is a paradox. But what I was trying to get to is the world was in reverse. So I don't think you are able to see that in yourself sometimes. You get bogged down, and even though we have such beautiful energy here, I do feel that there is something that keeps holding you back, and it's this lack of self-belief. And you're being asked to be confident about yourself. This reading is about reminding you of all this beautiful energy that you hold, all this potential, with all the wands. The wands are the spark that light the flame. They are the fire element. So for you, this is really about you being able to create, being able to express, being able to shine as brightly, so sorry guys, as brightly as the sun. But let's get some more guidance for you specifically. Can we please have, let me get my jumper up, okay. Some more guidance. Okay. I think you really needed to hear this. Can I get one more, please? For the sake of symmetry, my friends. It just makes life more beautiful sometimes. And sometimes the opposite. But chaos can be symmetrical too, in a way. All right, so your guidance. This is a lot to do with internal work, and right on theme with our message of forgiveness, right? The Seven of Swords. This is a card of trickery. This is a card about lying to yourself, specifically in this position. It can be lying to others as well, but I think you've been lying to yourself, and you need to forgive yourself for that. It's okay. You need to figure out what were you lying to yourself about, and why did you do that in the first place? Once you get through, you know how kids are always asking us, but why? But why? When they're around like 2 years old. I truly believe, this is completely out of my own brain, but I wonder, like, sometimes if you just keep asking why, do you eventually get to the essence of it all? And that's why they keep asking. They just want to keep opening up more and more of the little dolls, like the Russian dolls, more and more layers of it. So keep asking why. The sun is also in the original tarot, it has a child actually. So again, and it's above the child, reminding you to listen to your inner child and connect with that. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune, it's a beautiful card. What is for you won't go by you, I was once told. And I love that phrase. The idea of everything is connected, everything is going as it should, for it all always was, and it always will be, and it always is. And you need to connect to that energy, to trusting the way things go. Trusting your intuition as well. I just want to say that again. This is an internalized thing happening. The Wheel of Fortune in general, when it's upright, it's more about external factors potentially. But here I'm feeling very much this is about your evolution to towards forgiveness. Understanding how things correlated to one another. Again, like just doing this internal work that allows for you to forgive. With the Six of Cups here, the card connected to childhood. I feel we are very much in the right direction here. Look at the kids. They're having so much fun. They're just playing with the cups and the flowers. So pure, so beautiful. Maybe you weren't given this kind of childhood. Maybe you don't have a lot of memories like this. Or maybe you do. But either way, your inner kid is really trying to talk to you. And maybe you need to hear that your inner kid forgives you. That might be very specific. But if you feel called to look up some inner kid meditations, I would advise you to. And I think I do have one. If you go check out my meditations playlist. But the idea of just reconnecting with that joy and being proud of who you are and forgiving yourself for maybe not getting to exactly where you thought you'd be at this point in your life. And this can also obviously be related to forgiving your parents, maybe forgiving the circumstances in your life, for they were all they were all part of this cycle of things, of how the world works, of how existence is, how we perceive it to be. But let's finish off this reading, Dear Pal 3, with some very, very Leo-like energy of self-care and just pampering yourself and having fun, and get you some self-care insights, advice, options, things to think about. Check in with your intuition. Connect with the earth. That is beautiful. Let's get you two more. Let's see how I'll get this all. Oh, this one wants to talk to you. Can't use your hands. Maybe you need to go play with some mud. If you used to do that as a kid. I used to I think we all did this kind of stuff, but I used to make cakes and bowls and all sorts of stuff. And I would play by myself for hours with mud. I loved it. And using your hands can be such a powerful way to create and to find your purpose in a way as well. I think this is more specific. If you feel called to do something with your hands, please do any sort of art form. For me, this is a form of art. I always tell people, like, if I explain what I like to do, what I spend my days, I say I create, and this is part of the art as well. But let's get you one more. Let's get you one more. Oh, this one. Oh, alrighty, right on time for Leo. I hope this doesn't get censored. We'll have to hope for the best. And I really do, because I don't know how I would edit that. I am not good with technology. Oh, right on point. Also right on time for Mercury retrograde. If you're interested, you can check out the astrology forecast. But all right, we've got sex here. So maybe having intimate moments with people, feeling touch could be a really nice way for you now to enjoy yourself, to have fun. And I think with this forgiveness energy again, this is about allowing yourself to be. Allow yourself to just have fun. Do what brings you joy. This is the message for you during this Lionsgate. To finish off the reading, I thought it would be really nice to leave you with a little prayer. Specifically, we have this Medicine Woman Tarot deck, which is Native American inspired tarot practice. So it is very much the tarot, but it has separate meanings in a way that I haven't found in any other deck that was so specific to something. And I really, really like this deck for specifically guidance. So we're going to pull you one, and they normally come with a prayer. And that's how I'm going to leave you. Unless there's anything really important, I will leave you right after that. So thank you so much for being here, Path 3. Thank you for making it up to this point if you have. And your message today, Resources the Magician. So this is actually a major arcana card. In the traditional, as we know it, tarot, this would be the Magician. So it doesn't actually come with a specific prayer, so I'm just going to read what I feel called to read to you out of the handbook. And I wish you a really, really good August. Enjoy your Lionsgate energy and be proud and bold and have fun. I am a resource of the eternally creating and sustaining spirit of life. All that I need to carry out the divine plan is before me. I refuse to give my attention to things that limit me or deny my wholeness. To all life, I am connected. I understand the sexual flow within me to be the fuel of creation that can be channeled for those purposes I hold within my heart. I value this life force and direct it towards right relationship with all beings. I let go of those things I no longer value, keeping that which I love, for which I can care. These things then bring me comfort, support, and help according to their purpose. I possess only by nature of my caring. With my wealth, I support the things I believe in, the things that enhance life on my planet. I withdraw that support from those things and institutions that bring harm to living beings. All things are tools. All tools are as magic wands that can create the world of my highest vision. I accept the powers within me. I am content with the tools that are before me and with the great plan of creation. I trust that I am given what I can best use. My talent and inspiration combine with the material world around me in keeping with the ultimate balance of all that is. And with that, I'll leave you, my dearest. Thank you so much. Bye.